Hey everyone, and thank you for joining me back at Hayes Kitchen. Now today is going to be about a simple breakfast idea. I've done variations of different breakfasts for you in the past, which is usually high protein, so eggs, spinach, avocado, scrambled eggs, poached eggs. They're all my favourite sort of breakfasts. However, granola is an excellent one, which is going to be put in a jar. You can last throughout the week and you can use it as you need. Now you can get granola in the supermarkets by all means, but it's usually full of sugars. So we're going to rely on this, make this very clean and using natural sugars that we can get from our fruits. So we've got some dried cranberries in there. We're going to use them, dry them out into the granola. That's going to give it the extra sweetness that we want. We're going to use some pure grade maple syrup. Now it's important with maple syrup to make sure that you get the highest grade that you can afford, purely because it's not full of any other sugars apart from its own natural sugars. Ingredients that we've got, we're going to keep this nice and simple. We've got some pure olive oil, we've got some pecan nuts, we've got some flaked almonds. As I say, we've got the dried cranberries, we've got some pumpkin seeds, lovely crisp nuts. Mixed nuts, we've got almonds in here, we've got cashews, we've got some hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, and we've got some almonds in there, which is awesome for you. We've also got some sesame seeds and we've got some oats. So let's get cooking. So into a large bowl, we're going to add our cranberries first of all. I'm going to say about 4 or 5 decent sized handfuls of those would be perfect, okay? Into that we've got our oats. Now I'm going to add a good amount, so I'm adding a sort of like a cereal bowl size of your oats. That's your basis, that's what we're going to crisp up as well. Pumpkin seeds, good 2 to 3 handfuls of those. Sesame seeds, again, a couple of handfuls. Now, for the fun bit, all we're going to do is move that to one side. We're going to take our pecans, and if you can get these little food bags with a little zip on the side, they're ideal. It just means you can chuck your whole bowl into a bag, like that. Another one of these for the mixed nuts. I knew there was going to be so many spilled on that one. It's just typical. Nuts everywhere. Right, that should do you. So you've got 2 decent sized food bags there, just zip them off, push the air out, like that, nice and flat. And again with our pecans. Now the pecans with the caramelisation that we're going to get from the maple syrup, it's what gives it that lovely sweet texture as well. Right, so into that, I'm just going to lay both those bags flat. Give them a good smash up. With the pecans, just lightly smash them. You want to have some good sized chunks in there as well, okay? So there we have it. You've got yourself your crushed nuts. And all we're going to do is unzip those. Pour them in. And the same again with the mixed nuts. Mix that through. In with our flaked almonds, or almonds. Now your oil. You just want to cover that just lightly. And then we're going to go in with our maple syrup. Maple syrup, I'm just going to add a coat first of all. Like that. Now we get messy. So start turning that mixture up. You don't want that to be too wet. You want that to be a almost just like a sticky sort of mix. And we're going to be cooking this at a low heat for about 30 minutes. So I would say we're going to cook that at around about 150 Celsius for about 30 minutes. Low heat, bottom of the oven. It's going to make it just go nice and golden and crispy. Don't stick it at the top of the oven and whack your oven up. It will burn and it'll be horrible. See, that's starting to bind together now perfectly. If you don't like cranberries, add dried banana, is good in there, really good in fact. What else? Dried dates, dried figs, dried prunes, whatever dried fruit that you want really. You just need that to be the sweetness of it. Otherwise it's going to be quite dry and boring if it's just a big bowl of nuts. Now with so many of these recipes that I've seen people add loads of brown sugar in here. really is no need, and it's just counterproductive for what you're actually making here. You know, you want to be kickstarting your day with a lot less sugar. Okay, maple syrup is a high content of sugar, but it's still it's very natural, so it's not bad for you. This with a good scoop of total yogurt and some blueberries first thing in the morning, perfect. A little bit more of your olive oil. So that's what you're looking for, that sort of texture. So it's starting to stick together slightly, but it still rolls off your hands. I can tell you now, this smells amazingly ready. Grab yourself a baking tray and line that with just some greaseproof paper. And all we're going to do is take our bowl, scoop that out. What's really important with this is just to push that out all the way to the sides and make sure there's loads of little airy bits in between, because otherwise it's going to go together like a flapjack. So push that out all the way to the sides. Into the oven for 30 minutes at around 150 Celsius, okay? Right, so it's been 30 minutes, let's get out of the oven. Turn your oven off. Now, you want to wait for this to cool down completely. If you want to speed up that process, take the granola itself, move that over, grab both corners, just put that onto your block, and then get rid of your hot tray. That's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes to cool down, but that's what you're looking for. You're looking for these little clusters that you get. Beautiful little clusters. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? These pecans look amazing. Hot. Really hot. I've got some plain natural total yogurt. I've got a few blueberries, some strawberries, and I've got a little bit of chocolate mint. If you grow this stuff in your back garden, if you're here in the UK, it's a lovely minty flavour, but it's called chocolate mint and it's awesome. Right, grab yourself a little jar. I'm just going to spoon some of this in. We're going to go in a little bit with our yogurt. Some of our blueberries, some of our strawberry, and a little bit of mint. That's my breakfast for this morning. Or I can take that to work with me, or the kids can take that away. It's perfect. Everyone loves this sort of combination. It's just so easy to do. Little sweet jars. Now the rest of this, all we're going to do is grab the Big Daddy version of this, fill that bowl up. You can hear how crisp that is now. That was not really hard, was it? 30 minutes cooking time, 20 minutes cooling time, 5 minutes to make. You've got your simple, clean eating granola, perfect little breakfast pots that take 2 minutes to make in the morning. I'm going to do another one of these, I think, another healthy, clean breakfast for you on the next video. Another quick thing for you guys, you can go to www.hastekitchen.co.uk and click subscribe. It just means that I can update you about regular things that I'm doing with the channel. And also I'm going to have guest people on there, so I've got guest bloggers coming on there to write about people that are very much specialists in what they do, so sports nutritionists, down to food nutrition, chefs, certain chefs that are same sort of career as myself. I think you'll find it quite interesting. So www.hastekitchen.co.uk, also Haste Kitchen on Facebook. Give it a thumbs up. Any comments below, I'll get back to you as many as I can, and I shall see you next week. Cheers then. Bye bye. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Haste Kitchen. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be having a little bit of fun. We're going to show you how to do a Nando's style chicken pitta with some cheese and pineapple and some roasted corn.